A very good morning to everyone. We are so glad to have you this morning for this session, Impact of Digital Technologies and Innovation on Smallholder Farming's Stories from the Field. We are happy to have you, all protocols involved. We're looking forward to a wonderful session. This session is brought to you by the Food and Agriculture Organization, the International Telecommunications Union, with a great contribution from the World Hunger Hilfe Zimbabwe. We are so happy and excited to learn from the stories coming from the field, from the farmers. FAO and ITU are working very closely to bring digital technologies to farming communities across the world. One of the focus area for FAO and for FAO is the African place. We are happy to really have you all here to listen to some of the stories. We would like to point out from the beginning that these are just stories from just 2 countries selected randomly. We would like to get as many stories from all over the world where our smallholder farmings are really needing our support at this particular point in time. Digital technologies, they poised to change the game in the digital agricultural transformation if adopted and also if assimilated by our farming communities. But there are challenges and issues. There are opportunities for farmers and all of us to ensure that we support digital agriculture across the agri-food system. So what we will do in this session, we will have 2 countries, Rwanda and Zimbabwe, bringing in their stories. You will have in both situations video recordings from the field, and thereafter we would have an interview with one of our farmers per country. We are so excited and we can't wait to listen to these introductions and also into the stories in the field. So as an icebreaker for now, we go to Rwanda, where we watch a video that details some stories from Rwanda. Thereafter, Angelique, our colleague from FAO Rwanda, will have a discussion with Daniel. The video from Rwanda.
Across the world, technology is changing the way we live and work. In Africa, digital innovation has the power to transform the agriculture and employment sectors by improving food production, providing agribusiness opportunities, and creating exciting new employment opportunities for young people. To develop and pilot 4 new mobile apps that are making a difference in the lives and livelihoods of farmers. The 4 apps have voice and text features and can be used on smart and feature phones. The first app, called Cure and Feed Your Livestock, provides farmers with real-time information and advice on animal disease control and animal feeding strategies. It includes a vaccination calendar and a list of local veterinarians and shows water points and pasture maps.
urabibabwira uti nihagira iki kibazo mu veterinary utamubona shyiramo ibimenyetso ubona bazakubwira icyo ugomba gukora.
E-Nutrifood, the second app, combines information on food production, conservation, and the consumption of nutritious foods. Along with providing farmers with key information and feedback on the milk and maize production chain, the app includes information on harvesting, cleaning, handling, and storage practices.
ariko iryo koranabuhanga uzajya uhinga ikintu wizeye ngo kirazamuka kirampa inyungu kuko ikoranabuhanga rizaba ryabikweretse.
Providing farmers with comprehensive weather and temperature forecasts, along with crop calendars and alert systems, is the third app, called the Weather and Crop Calendar.
mba nicaye nkabona bampaye amakuru bati imvura muhinge kare imvura izaboneka igihe n'iki igihe n'igihe iki n'iki.
The fourth app, called Agri Marketplace, connects producers, traders, and consumers to facilitate trade. Besides providing farmers with local market price information and real-time feedback on the market prices, this app also offers an early warning national price analysis service.
ariko nge ndahamya ko zino telefone zizatuma ubukungu bwiyongera n'umusaruro twari dufite bitewe n'amakuru tubona.
Imbogamizi ya mbere nahuye nayo ni uko bwari ubumenyi bukeya bwo gukoresha ikoranabuhanga mu buhinzi n'ubworozi, kuko twari tumenyereye ko ubuhinzi bwacu cyane cyane urubyiruko cyane ko tubutinya, ubuhinzi bwacu bwari ubwo kujya mu murima tubyita kwiharika, ariko atari guhinga tugamije kusagurira isoko. Iya kabiri ni ba bakozi n'ubundi dukorana umunsi ku munsi uba usanga n'ubundi ubwo bumenyi batabufite. Ikindi ni uko ya makuru n'ubundi dukoresha ku ikoranabuhanga kugira ngo usange ari update cyangwa ajyanye n'igihe, akenshi birahinduka. Nk'urugero, nk'ubu niba nkeneye kumenya ngo ikirere muri Rulindo uyu munsi niba nararitse abahinzi barakorana n'abahinzi bahoraho, ese ni iki kimbwira ko uyu munsi imvura itaragwa? Ugasanga nk'amakuru nshobora gukurura kuri application ni amakuru ya Gicumbi, ugasanga habayeho zoning muri climate change. Ibyo ngibyo byose usanga ari imbogamizi tugenda duhura nazo. Ingenzi nababwira aragera muri ane. Isomo rya mbere nicyo bita kugendana n'igihe, no kuvuga ngo gukoresha igihe neza uko bikwiye. Icyakora amafaranga umuntu atakaza agenda hirya no hino adakoresha ikoranabuhanga ashaka amakuru cyangwa kujya kwiga. Ikindi ni uko ikoranabuhanga rigufasha kugira icyo bita amashami cyangwa kugira amashami hirya no hino ushobora kuguha amakuru utiriwe uva aho uri. Ni gute nshobora kugera ku isoko nta mumamyi uje hagati yanjye n'urabigura bwa nyuma? Challenges icya mbere ni ukubabwira ko imbogamizi zitagomba guca umuntu intege, kuvuga ngo uburyo uhuye n'imbogamizi challenge uhuye nayo ugomba kuyishakira igisubizo kiri aho hafi kandi utagiye kure. Nshobora kubona kugaburira amatungo yanjye bingora ntanabisobanukiwe, nkagenda nkabishaka kunoza ku ikoranabuhanga. Biba ngombwa ko ntangira bushyashya. Icya mbere ni ukubanza nkamenya ngo ikoranabuhanga rifite uruhe ruhare mu kubona umusaruro ukenewe mu buhinzi n'ubworozi. Nkabanza nkamenya ngo ikoranabuhanga nkeneye ry'ibanze ni ibiki nkeneye. Niba mfite smartphone cyangwa computer, kuyishakira igisubizo kiri aho hafi kandi utagiye kure. Mu buryo bw'ubukungu icya mbere habayeho icyo bita gukoresha amafaranga make ugeranije n'anakoreshaga nshaka ayo makuru ndetse njya no gushaka ibiciro ku isoko.
Digital innovation is opening up new possibilities in Africa's farming and employment sectors with huge potential to reduce poverty and hunger and change the face of Africa.
Over to you, Angelique.
Good morning. My name is Angelique Uwimana. I work for FAO as a project manager coordinating ICT for agriculture projects. Access to and the use of digital innovation has been grown significantly in Rwanda due to the strong policy support that put forward the use of ICT as enabler in transformation of all sectors, including agriculture. Today, I'm with Daniel, a farmer and the founder of Eco V Agro Products Limited in Rulindo District. Daniel is among is among 50 farmers who participated in human-centered approach that was used to develop the digital service portfolio that was mentioned in this video. Daniel is using this digital service portfolio, namely weather and crop calendar, Q and feed your livestock, agri-marketplace, and e-Nutrifood, those that was mentioned. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning.
Daniel, can you tell us the challenge that you met while using digital service in your operations?
So in my operation, I met the following challenges. The first one is the lack of adequate equipment. In 5 permanent workers, it's only me who have the smartphone. Means that to get the information for other workers, it is very big, dangerous, and then they get the SMS only. To get the other information about agriculture is a big challenge for me. The second one, the cost of internet is a big problem. For example, if I load 1,000 Rwandan francs in my phone, I use the internet in 1 day or 2 days, means that the costs remain the highest. The third one, it is poor network. Connectivity for downloading the information take a long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Can you tell us the impact economically, social, and the environmental impacts that have been brought by the use of digital service in your farming patterns?
My business, the digital services help me in many economically, environmentally, and society. For example, economically, to get the price on the market, I use my phone. Before, I walk to the market or to Nyirangarama and apply to get the price. Sometimes the middleman try to give the price which is very low. For example, 50 Rwandan francs for X. In order, but now to get the information, I get that 70 Rwandan francs per X. So the other, for getting the networking for other farmers, which practice the poultry farming. So environmentally, how to spray the pesticide and insecticide, I get the information before to apply the pesticide and insecticide in weather forecasting or climate change to get the information.
Thank you, Daniel. As we conclude, the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources, in collaboration with the FAO and other partners, we are developing a national digital agricultural strategy that will be with the 4 strategic objectives and the 40 projects. And with this, we hope that it will address some of these challenges. I call upon the collaboration and investment of some of different partners in this session so that we can go together in this session. Thank you so much. Over to you, Tembani. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues from Rwanda. We had a great time. We would like to cross over to Zimbabwe to hear also stories from Zimbabwe. Before we do so, we urge you, if you have any questions in this session, please send on the ICT for Ag app, but also you can send in your chat message. We will be having our teams responding to these messages. Now, crossing over to Zimbabwe, we have a video, and then after the video, we will invite Tawanda Hove and Tafadzwa for an interview. Let's have the video from Zimbabwe.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Tawanda Mtintwa Hove. I am a digital agriculture coordinator for Veltunga Hilfa, an organization which works hand in hand and in collaboration with FAO. Today, we're going to be seeing some of the successes which we have had with ICTs in agriculture, but at the same time, the challenges which we have experienced in trying to promote ICTs in agriculture. So sit back and relax and hear what have been the testimonies of the farmers.
My name is Tafadzwa Charumbira. I'm a poultry and crop farmer in Zimbabwe. The value addition of ICTs in my business has been, number one, in my poultry business directly. We used to do manual recordings of mortalities, but now we have poultry apps that we use. For an example, Kurimamari poultry app. We enter our data on a daily basis, data with regards to mortalities, growth rates, feed consumptions. We enter that in our phones. When we do that, the systems or the applications, they do calculations for us, and we also get graphs that we can use to see the trends that we are, the growth trends for our beds. Apart from that as well, we enter our daily costs or our cost of productions. We enter them. So now it is very easy for us to realize and to see our profit margins. It is a market platform where we can sell and advertise our beds. So on that, We have advertised our beds and we find takers on the platform as well. We do researches, disease researches, global economic trends and global trends of poultry productions. It has been very helpful to us in that we easily see and we can easily plan because we have information on our fingertips.
Indonzi Diana Gundi ndogara kumondorangezi ndichigara muZimbabwe. Tine maapplication atowana pafoni ekuti ndogona kutaura nemurimisi pasina kuti ndamufambira. Tichitaura pafoni ndichitomubvunza ndomubvunza pamusoro pezvekurima zvakwatei tichiita. For example, tine mukurima mukuna ndogona kutomubvunza kuti unorimwa sei pari pafoni iye ari kwaanenge ari ndisina kumufambira. Kanchitsvaka machinery ndakukwanisa kungoenda paapplication paAgriShare ndotoona kuti machinery yangu kanchida kuti ndoda tractor ndotoiona kuti iyi nemutengo wacho pasina kuti ndakosta mari kuti ndakuda kukwira kombi kana ndichienda kutauni. Nefoni ndinokwanisa kudzidza zvakawanda safaneka apa iDaid Mauchi ndakaidzidza nefoni tichitaura pasina murimisi. Takangoenda pamaapplications ndotoona kana mavhidhiyo acho ndichitoverenga kuti Daid Mauchi inoda kunzwangu ndichitoshandisa tichibhataita. Ipapo ndakatotarisira guru pamusoro pamusaka pekudzidza nefoni pasina murimisi.
Mina, my name is Nozipho Moyo. Ngisuka from Ematobo, Ward 24, Matebeleni South, from Zimbabwe. Advantages okusebenzisa amafoni ukuthi information isihamba masinyane endaweni eziningi ezitshiyeneyo ukuthi even ngathi esincane sekhezi ngiyakwanisa ukuthi information engiyithole lapha ngiyithwale ngihambe layo efactory even though umuntu ongabuyanga la ngiyakwanisa ukuthi I can take ama pictures from here then ngihambe lawo ngale and ngitshengise and okunye ama advantages esesilayo ukuthi sesikwanisa ukuthi sixhumane labalimisi basitshele about ukulima besifundisa through ama WhatsApp groups, through ama Facebook. Okunye siyakwanisa ukusebenzisa ama Google nxa kule into engiyabe ngiyifuna or ngifisa ukwazi ngenhlanyelo ethile I can use uGoogle then ngithole information about that. And then okunye futhi siyakwanisa ukuzwa ngemumo omkhathi through amafoni ukuthi maybe nxa kuzaba lama floods kuzaba lampo khonokhi ilokhu zenama yo cyclone wona lawo siyakwanisa ukuthola that information through amafoni.
Mina ibizo lami nguBrigadier Nyathi ngisuka eMatopo khuluma nje ngiseZimbabwe ekhezi. Into engizilimayo amazambane, umumbu, omfi, amabele. And then uncedo lefoni liyanceda isikhathi esiningi because umlimisi ivini engekho ekhatshana ngiyakhona ukumfonela ku WhatsApp ethi ngishutela into yangikhona mbona injani athi ukuthi hayi lapha kufuneka into enje so kanti ke kudala ngakabi le phone kwakunzima ukuthi ngimbone because ngangikwanisa ukumbona ka1 ngenyanga. And then information engayitrust mina umlimisi ngiyamlanda ku inbox ngixoxe la direct not egroupini because igroup like yabo omunye la uyakutshela okunye omunye la akutshela okunye so umlimisi ngiyamlanda ku-inbox xoxe la isungu-2 direct ngimbuza ukuthi lokhu ma kunje kufuneka
kuno kudoneni chinyaya kutinetsa kuno network totote yekufambira kure hatizokwanisa kunyatsotara nemurimisi kuti tinyatsowana mainformation nemabundles acho anototinetsei kuno. Maapplication anowanda anotaura zvakawanda pachinhu one saka zvichadawo ndichitsvaga murimisi ndichiona kuti information inotaura chokwadi ndeipi nekuti anotaura zvinhu zvakawanda but chiri chinhu one.
Our communities, we have internet, but sometimes it's not very stable. So we have to sometimes move to places where you have stable internet, or you just do it when the internet is stable. Let's say sometimes you have electricity challenges, you have load shedding, and at such times you find the internet is slow. But when you have electricity, it will be much better.
Kwezinye indawo ama network awakho vele, so ifoni yayo ingasiza abanye abantu they still use that old model amafoni lana vela ngela WhatsApp, so that information abanye abakwanisa ukuthi bayithole.
Ibizo lami ngingulanga elihle moyo. NgiseZimbabwe, eMathebeleland South, eMatopo District, ngiku-Ward 14. Ngingumama osakhulayo, othanda ukulima izilimo ezincane, onyawuthi, omabele. Selokhu sokulamafoni, ama-smartphone, siyakwazi ukuwasebenzisa ukubona, ukureceiver, lokufaka ama-message. Kodwa okunye kuyangihlupha njengomama osakhulayo. Ngiyafisa ukuthi phakathi kokulima kube lezinto engidinga ukuthi ngizibuze, ngizwe abanye bayakhuluma kulabo Google, kodwa angikuqondisisi ukusebenziswa kwefoni. Ngiyakwanisa ukuthi ngixhumane labalimisi ngama-message, kube sokusiba ukuthi ama-message ayaphuza ukufika, ayaphuza ukubuya. Yizo inhlupho engihlangana lazo njengomama osakhulayo elima ngokusebenzisa ifoni.
Go ahead, Tawanda.
Okay, thank you, Temba. Hi, everyone. I'm Tawanda Hobe. So I work for Veltunga Ilfa, which is a mission and a vision to fight hunger and poverty. And in achieving that, we use ICTs in terms of trying to bring efficiencies to various parts of the value chain. So with me today is a farmer who's benefited from some of these innovations. Maybe I can welcome Tafadzwa Charumbira. Tafadzwa, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much, Tawanda.
Okay, so Tafadzwa, from the video, we saw that you're a poultry farmer. Can you explain to us, like, what were the challenges you experienced or which you faced in terms of adopting ICTs for agriculture?
Thank you very much. My first challenge with ICTs was mistrust, as people were starting to use the applications. It was not easy to trust the applications. You would think somehow my information will be taken and things like that. Then the next one was lack of knowledge for the use of ICTs. On this one, it was quite a challenge as people in developing economies. But now what we have done our best to keep trying to learn and keep trying to use. These are the challenges, some of the challenges that we faced.
Okay, so in the video, I think you mentioned something which is quite interesting about record keeping. How are records important for a smallholder farmer like you who's actually into commercial livestock production, but at the same time, you do crops to feed into that business? How is record keeping something beneficial to you, and how do ICTs help in making sure that the records are good and improve your business?
Thank you very much. We used to do our record keeping manually, and it was not easy for us to realize whether we're making profits at times or our documents were not as accurate. But through the use of ICTs, now we just daily input our data into our phones with systems that will do the records for us. And apart from just inputting the data, the systems will on their own process the data for us to look at the percentages of mortalities, apart from percentages, also whether we're making profit or not. And also even when it comes to diseases, which is one of the worst challenges in poultry businesses. For those with regards to diseases, it is easy for us to research and to see the types of diseases that are affecting our poultry businesses. So that's, in a nutshell, part of how ICTs are very helpful to poultry farmers. It becomes very easy to track your progress.
Yes, sorry, Tafadzwa, I think I lost you for a bit. But anyway, can you tell us how digitization or ICTs in general have improved, like your farming enterprise?
Digitalization is improving our business. Number one, we're looking at economically, our ability to grow the businesses by calculating our losses, our profits. We can easily grow. Then number two, planning becomes very easy with regards to poultry businesses. For an example, we'll need to plan with regards to weather patterns, because as it is, there are weather patterns, some diseases that comes with different weather patterns. For an example, coccidiosis thrive in times when you have wet weather conditions. So through digitalization, we are able to see the weather forecast and be able to take the rightful corrective measures that will help not affect our we
Timber, I think Tafadzo dropped out of the call, but yeah, okay, I think he's back. Yeah, Tafadzo, maybe just one quick question before we hand over back to Timber. Yeah, you speaking on behalf of smallholder farmers in your area, can you tell us what are the challenges you experience right now in terms of using these tools in your farming enterprises?
The first challenge that we come across, of course, like any developing nation, it's to do with network stability and also the cost of data. And apart from that, also, it is also to do with knowledge. There is need for higher outreaches to communities to try and make sure people fully know what needs to